Welcome back, fellow food geeks. It's good to have you back. Today we are going to make scrumptious samosas. It is a Punjabi dish which has been derived from a Middle Eastern dish called sambosak. These samosas are basically crisp patties filled with delicious goodness. These, the version that I'm cooking today, are vegan as well. I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them. Let's get started. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour or maida. To this I am going to add ajwain or carom seeds. I have taken 1 teaspoon of that. To that I am adding salt to taste and 1 tablespoon of ghee. Instead of ghee, you can also add normal refined oil, any kind of oil that you prefer. Now I'm going to mix this well enough so that it comes together in a stiff ball in my hand like this. And now I'm going to add the liquid to it. So I have taken 3/4 of a cup of water and I'm going to knead the dough with that. It's going to be a fairly stiff dough, pliable but stiff. Keep it aside, cover it and keep it aside for half an hour to 1 hour. Now, in a wok, take around 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of refined oil or any vegetable oil of your preference. To that, add cumin seeds. Here I've taken 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. After this butter, I'm going to add around 1 inch piece of ginger which I have grated. As soon as that gets mixed into the mixture, I am going to add cumin seed powder which I've taken 1 tablespoon, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of coriander powder and give it a mix. Now this is 2.5 cups of boiled potatoes which are mashed, around say 4 or 5. Medium sized potatoes would do. Now I'll add salt to it. Salt is according to your taste. I'll add 1 teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, and now this is a mixture. This is asafoetida, half a teaspoon, and half a teaspoon of dry mango powder. Then I add 1 cup of peas. I'll give it a mix so that the potatoes get a little roasted. Give it a taste to adjust the salt and pepper if you want. Of course, we're going to add green chilies next, but that is after taking it off from the gas. Now with the green chilies, I'm adding coriander, and now our stuffing is ready for the samosas. You can add, if you want, you can add raisins and cashews. Now my family doesn't enjoy dry fruits inside this samosa, so I'm not adding it. The mixture is ready and is delicious on its own too. It can be used as a filling in many things. Now divide the dough into equal balls, around 12 balls, and now we'll roll the balls into roti shapes. So I'll roll it into a circle like so. In fact, I've rolled all of them. And I'm going to divide, actually you can divide the roti into half and then make 2 samosas, but actually I'm going to do 3/4 and make slightly bigger samosas. I'm going to put water on the edge and then seal it in the form of a cone like so. Pinch it very well, otherwise while frying it will open up. Now invert the cone and put the mixture in it. Fill it well, but make sure you leave 1 centimeter of the boundary to close the samosa up. Now put water on the edges again and give a small little pleat tuck on the other side of the samosa, not the seam side. Now you can water the edges nicely and pinch the samosa shut. This pleat will help the samosa stand. Now shape it. If there are any discrepancies or there's something you don't like, you just shape it properly. You can use a fork also to put ridges on the samosa, which will also help it seal. Here's another one. Repeating the process to show it to you. And similarly, I'll make all the samosas. I was able to make 12 samosas. If the shape doesn't turn out to be perfect, that's fine. It's your kitchen. Nobody's going to say anything when they taste it. They will not even look at the cosmetic features of it. In fact, you can't make it into a samosa. You make it into an empanada shape for all we care. Remember, you are the queen of your kitchen, or the king. Now we're going to fry all the samosas, which I've now made. So the oil has to bubble slightly, like so. You can see it's bubbling very slightly. The oil should not be very hot, otherwise there'll be blisters formed on your samosas, and we don't want that. So we let it fry. This is say medium to low. So we let it fry for say around 5-10 minutes, and we'll give 5 to 7 minutes, and then we'll turn them. So they've been frying for 6 minutes now, and now we've come to check them again and turn them. The slight bubbling action will continue throughout. Remember, the lower you keep the flame, once you heated it appropriately, the lower you keep the flame, the crispier your samosas will turn out to be. They'll take a total of 15 minutes to fry. See, you can see some peas and chilies have come out. That's because one samosa was not sealed properly, and you actually tend to spoil the oil you're frying it in if you do not take care while sealing. So I missed out, and see, I'm removing the peas now. They're almost done. It's been 12 minutes. The samosas are almost done. Take them out on a plate and serve with green and red chutney. The green would be a mint coriander chutney, and the red would be a sweeter chutney. You can have a date chutney, a jaggery chutney, a good chutney, any chutney of your choice. Serve it hot, piping hot. They are amazing, crispy, flaky. They are absolutely wonderful. Just look at them. I hope you like this recipe. Do let me know your comments, if any. If you would like me to make more recipes, please do mention that too. I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.